Now, the Iraqi Prime Minister, Nouri al-Maliki, has rejected calls for an emergency salvation government to help counter the advances of Sunni extremists. He suggested the demand was an affront to democracy. On the ground, though, ISIS rebels continue their offensive. Our international editor, Lindsay Hilsum, has just returned from the holy Shia city of Karbala, which is being threatened by ISIS rebels who control the neighbouring province of Anbar. She now joins us from the Iraqi capital, Baghdad. Lindsay.
Kathy, it's not often that foreign TV crews get access inside the shrines in Karbala, but the governor did let us go there yesterday, and I think that was because he wants to show the world two things. One, how significant and important these shrines are, and two, how well he's looking after them, because you get pilgrims from all over the world coming here. These shrines are incredibly important to Shia Muslims, and especially to Iranians who come from the next door country. And ISIS, those Sunni extremists, they have threatened specifically the shrines at Karbala. People all over the world, Sunnis, are now fearing that these shrines might be in peril.
Theirs is the most sacred of duties, to protect the holy shrines of Shia Islam at Karbala. This is where the two strands of Islam, Sunnism and Shiism, violently split more than 1,000 years ago. The Sunni extremists, who've seized much of north and western Iraq, hate these people as they hate Christians and Jews. They're still fighting that ancient war. Last week, their spokesman said the two sects would settle their differences not in Baghdad, but in Karbala.
Every week, 15,000 Iranian pilgrims come here. For Shia Muslims, this is as important as Mecca. And that's one reason that the Iranian government and military will do everything they can to help the Iraqis stop this place from being attacked.
In the mosque, Shias commune with their God and their saints in peace. But the Sunni jihadis call Karbala a city of filth. Pilgrims touch the shrine where the body of their saint Abbas lies. For them, it's an honor and a blessing. For extreme Sunnis, apostasy, idolatry. The faithful mill about in the street between the two mosques, the site of the battle in 680. The shrines contain the founders of Shiism. Today, their descendants fear for their lives again as Iraq is torn apart.
These people, they just love killing. They're not humans, they have hearts of stone, but our Prophet loves all humankind.
Security has been stepped up in the past 2 weeks. In the mid-2000s, suicide bombers killed hundreds here. Together against the terrorists reads an election poster for Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki. As a Shia himself, he has successfully promoted Karbala. New hotels are being constructed for pilgrims and tourists. The town is increasingly prosperous. There's a lot to protect.
Thank you.
The governor told me that 3 armoured divisions now defend the province, and intelligence agents are on full alert.
Everyone knows that Karbala is a special target for these terrorists. They want to attack our precious shrines, and also they are against human rights. That's why I'm always worried, but I have confidence in the Iraqi army and police that we have brought here.
Really? 700 extra volunteers have joined the police since the Sunni extremists seized Mosul and other cities 2 weeks ago. We will go to Mosul tomorrow, they chant. We will retake what belongs to us.
They don't like to admit it, but everybody knows that the Iraqi army has failed. And that's why these men have volunteered. They're getting just 10 days training, and then they say they're going to do it. They're going to go and fight what they call the terrorists.
The officers put them through their paces for the camera. They start with urban warfare drills. Then rural warfare drills. They've joined up because the most senior Shia cleric in the country said it was their duty.
They're here because they answered the call of Ayatollah Sistani to fight the terrorist groups who are entering north of Karbala. We've selected those with previous military experience, so training them will not be difficult.
As Iraq's politicians bicker about who will lead the country, these men may be heading for the front line. They're motivated by love of religion as well as country, but they face a ruthless, fanatical enemy, fighting a 1,000-year war, a war without end.
Well, Lindsay, what is the political significance in that context, the war without end, you say, of Maliki rejecting this national salvation emergency government?
And when you look at it as the Shias in that piece look at it, it's this huge historical issue. And here in Baghdad, you know, it's a bunch of middle-aged and elderly men bickering over power. Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki does not want to step aside. His major rival, Ayad Alawi, has said there should be a government of national salvation. It's going to take many weeks before a new government is formed. And those are many weeks for the Sunni extremists to consolidate their control.
Lindsay, in Baghdad, thank you very much. John.